build something. You can do things. You can do things that change the world. That sort of excites. As an investor, and people consider me, they use the term venture capitalist. I'm really a one-off investor. Late 70s, I got very much interested in the newer technologies out there, and read a lot of the Harvard Review stuff, and I went and visited friends of mine who were working in companies, and I developed a lot of interest. And from that, today I sat on the state's technology committee, UPMC's technology committee. I'm in venture mentor programs. I do a lot of pro bono work through the years at Penn State. I've never had a paid position, but I was up there doing venture mentoring with young companies, or when a new company would start, they'd come for advice, because I have made all the mistakes. That's one of the things about early stage venture capital. And then I eventually went on a Mantech Center board for the Department of Defense, which is about half a dozen of these around the country where they try to do technology acceleration for the Department of Defense at reduced costs. We had about 400 portfolio companies. We made a weapons laser, we made night vision goggles, we made sensors for the satellites, we made payloads for the Predator. So I sort of stayed in that space ever since, and today I call myself semi-retired, although I just sold a company last year and I'm looking to buy another one. Type A personalities, we have a tendency not to stop. Invent Penn State was really at the right place at the right time. Today we have $800 million in research. We are 650,000 living alumni. We have 24 campuses. We impact the state by $16 billion. We are absolutely one of the biggest economic drivers in the state. And as you pointed out, so rightfully so, world-class education. When Barron came in and said, look, we're going to take our university IP, we're going to transfer it, we're going to put 15, 20 economic development centers around the state. It gets people excited. This particular program is going to showcase our technologies. We're bringing in world-class speakers in Ray Lane, chairman of Hewlett-Packard, was president of Oracle, was with Kleiner Perkins. He's with Great Point Ventures now. Wish he'd let me in one of his investments, but you know, it's pretty tough. But he is, I would consider him the best venture capitalist in the world. John Hurdle went to Penn State. John Hurdle has $25 billion under management in Conshohocken, PA. Very knowledgeable about companies and businesses. We're delighted to have him. And then thirdly, going back to the football days, John Runnels was 2 years ahead of me. He was a two-time academic All-American. He went to Harvard, he became a lawyer. He did a lot of M&A work, and in the late 80s, he started the Vertical Group, which is investing in medical devices, and he's been there ever since. So we'll do a fireside chat with him. So I mean, we got three blockbuster, people, and then we have the people from the Department of Energy. I don't want to miss any names here, but I can't remember them all. We just have some wonderful people. Kelly Shako is just great for a executive director. And that whole team of Delatry, our Neil Sharkey, our head of research, they're the ones that make this happen. So it's coming from the top now. This is going to be extremely successful. And in the end, the legislature better understand we're going to really impact the state of PA. And with that $16 billion, we hope we can drive to $20 billion. Dan Lusick, our fullback, and myself went for a pretest. When I did that, I came into, they called it General Arts and Science then. And I had to make a decision what major, and I had this woman, Mrs. Fehrenbach. And she sat in the room with me. She said, Bob, she said, people, if you're going to go into the profession, people want well-rounded doctors. Take liberal arts. Liberal arts would give you a basis of education that you will use all the time the rest of your life. And take your electives and in your sciences, physics, calculus, math, all kind of quantitative analysis. So I did that. I have to tell you, she was 100% spot on. When I deal with people, I negotiate with them, I talk to them. I remember things come from the back of my mind on sociology, where were they from, psychology, what type of personality profile is this, what mistakes did somebody else make in history in recent times. So I would say the most valuable piece of my education is liberal arts.